We're here to have some fun.
Okay, welcome to another show here. This is a Vibrant TV, and today we will be going very, very hot. Okay, maybe it's only me that will be going hot too, because Efe is going to be on the other side. So here is my guest for today, Efe Turi. She is a multi-talented entrepreneur. Of course, what I'm wearing is from her brand. Yeah. So I'm wearing something new. Okay, so welcome to today's show. It's going to be an amazing show. It's going to be very interesting. Our topic today is moral decadence amongst ladies. That's where I'm going to peg it on. Probably she might do the comparison later on. But I'm not so excited about what our ladies are doing. But let's start with that. How are you doing today, Efe?
Thank you so much. I'm doing great, Vibrant.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And this is so cool, so pretty. I mean, I like it.
Thank you for supporting the Efe Turi brand. And it feels weird to be on this side of the mic.
Oh yes. I know. But don't worry. It's gonna be a cool one. I know. So yeah,
Take
our
it easy
girls.
on Misha.
No, wala. Our girls. So far we've been seeing videos. I think what prompted me to actually think of this particular topic is the fact that we see videos of girls, young girls. Are they still teenagers? Okay, young adult females.
Teenagers / young adults.
Yes, young adults coming out to the public to comfortably talk about sex. When I mean sex, it's not like sex education, but then talking about how how they like it, how many men they've slept with, so many things that I thought should have been private, should have been secret, or something you don't even talk about. That's what I think, but probably I'm from the other,
Old school.
Old school.
Old school. You don't know what's up.
I don't know what's up.
You don't know what's trending.
I don't know what's up. So really, so far you've seen those videos. You can see a girl come out to talk about how many men she's been with, a girl of 20 years, a girl of 19 years coming out comfortably talk about how many men she's been with, how many the way she likes it, how she likes big one, how she likes it small, how she likes. Please, how do you feel seeing those videos? Just tell me.
Okay, so first things first. You see those videos, and the first thing that comes to mind is, first, for me, I am grateful for how I was raised.
Sincerely,
because I feel like it all boils down to upbringing.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what. I'm a 90s baby, a very proud one at that. And growing up,
because you look 20.
Growing up,
yeah.
There's this adage that says it takes a community to raise a child, right?
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I feel that ended in the late 90s / early 2000.
Okay.
Do you know why I said that? Growing up, if an adult sees you doing something as a child, you don't necessarily have to be related to them before they correct you, scold you, or even apply any disciplinary measure. And guess what? You take the correction, and then they will inform your parents what you did. And your parents will be grateful that there was somebody there at that time to correct their child. That was the kind of community I grew up in.
Yeah.
You misbehave, there's a reset button for you, right? Fast forward to today. You are very cautious of correcting a younger child,
because she might just throw in a hot insult on you.
Aside that, the parents will come and ask you, have you given birth before?
Oh.
Why did you do this to my child? Please don't. I can correct my child. So it boils down to upbringing. I mean, like you said, you see these videos and you are ashamed on their behalf.
Seriously.
Because tell me why a 19-year-old girl, a 20-year-old, even a 22-year-old girl will boldly tell you that, oh, I have 50 body counts. Or this is what turns me on camera.
On camera.
I mean.
And it's not as if they're not aware.
So back then, I don't know of other people, but for me, we had like boys' room and girls' room. And for every time my younger brother or elder brother wants to barge into our room, well, like, can't you knock?
Exactly.
I mean, that's your sibling.
They would have to knock even.
But today, a young lady will set a camera, right? Press play or on, as the case may be, And then they'll tell you they're doing get ready with me video with just pants and bra.
Sometimes there is this new one. Some of them even go stark naked. They would go stark naked, start wearing the panties and the
Like,
whatever.
So
you're showing the whole world your nakedness to dress for the whole world.
the same nakedness we stopped our siblings, our parents from seeing.
Do you get?
Right now, people are giving it to you
For free.
and we call it content. So I feel like most parents have failed. They have. Take it or leave it.
No, I agree.
Because I remember that, God, my dad was so strict growing up, right, as a child. And I never really understood why. There were times I asked my mom, are you sure it's this man that gave birth to me? There were times I packed my things, I'm like, I'm going to my aunt's place or my uncle's place. You know, daddy is overprotective. But today, I appreciate what he did. I don't know what he saw. It's not like all of these things were not happening, right? But it wasn't so common. It wasn't normalized. People who did it used to hide their face in shame.
Probably they could do it in the hostels or when they're getting back to the house.
And then when it gets out, you could see that they are very remorse. They are ashamed of what they have done. That was the society we grew up in, right? And then today, people hide under the disguise of body positivity. I'm living my truth, to do all sorts. And then we're giving excuses. This is not a question of judging people.
No.
It is a matter of what is wrong and what is right is right. So there is a problem of upbringing. The foundation is faulty.
Yeah.
Because the values and, whatever morals my parents instilled in me, I tell you what, even in my 30s, it's still in my head. Whilst I was alone, it's as if their voices were still ringing in my head. There were certain things I wanted to do. There were certain decisions I wanted to take. But at the end of the day, I'm asking myself, if my mom was here, if my dad was here, will I do this? So that kind of keep me in check. And then as an adult, I have principles I have laid down for myself, right? I have boundaries I've set for myself. There are places I don't go, Onyechi.
Exactly.
There are foods I don't eat, drinks I don't drink. There are companies I don't. It's a basic thing. It's not rocket science. I'm not going to put myself in that position because of where I'm coming from, because of the name I bear, because of who I'm trying to be for my future's sake. I will not call it, it's cruise in the moment. No.
There's no cruise. You can't be cruising with your future. You can't be cruising with your life.
It's the internet. They don't forget. You see, every video you drop, especially a controversial one, someone has kept it somewhere, waiting to use it as a weapon of mass destruction. So social media has not helped. Everyone is, looking for views, engagement, likes. And monetization have made it worse.
So do you think it's the monetization that is making it worse?
Yes.
I mean, so why are you not doing it? Don't you need the money?
That's what I'm telling you. Upbringing.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a name. I have an integrity to protect. I be caught up picking. I cannot mess up.
Exactly.
Do you get?
So their parents do not have names and brands and all of that.
So most times, another thing is for those parents who can no longer correct their children or chastise them, it is because these children started fending for themselves at a very young age.
Now that's another problem altogether. So what can a 15-year-old do? He's supposed to be probably preparing for YF or something.
The things your parents are supposed, the basic amenities your parents are supposed to provide for you at a young age are telling you, and don't you see what your mates are doing? Or let's even say you want to toe the legal route. You go looking for a job, working from one office to another. And then these men are asking, because you have a good shape, if you want this job, come to so hotel. It gets frustrating to the point where, see, not everybody is built like you and I.
Actually,
it gets to a point where you just want to give in. Okay, since it's sex people are asking for, kukuma pay for it. Yes, let me know I'm doing it for the money. Because you've said no countless times, right? And the pressure keeps coming. The home front is not helping. Parents that are supposed to... Imagine a parent telling a child that asks for money to get a sanitary pad. I don't have money. Don't you have a boyfriend? No, like, what does that even mean? I come to you as my mother, as my father, to ask you for money to get sanitary pad for my monthly period. And you're asking me if I do not have a boyfriend. At 16, at 17, at 18... That child is your responsibility. no matter how life gets tough, you can't be careless with the response you give to your children because you don't know the next line of action they will take and it will backfire. So when this child goes on the street and start making money, whatever means he or she decides to, and they come back, you don't even ask questions, you're able to feed, you're able to take care of the rent, he's not responsible for his younger siblings. You have failed as a parent. So how do you stand to say, oh, don't roll with this crowd, I don't like what you are doing? You can no longer ask how you got an iPhone.
Because you're very right, because I really wonder. I'm just imagining, for example, I have nieces who are between the ages of this 19. I think I have about 6 of them.
Okay.
And so I'm just wondering, can they be so mad? Or I don't want to use a word I'll have to cover up, but I'm sure they will not be so mad to go and grant such interviews, So I'm just thinking, those people, do they not have relations? Do they not have, okay, let's say their parents may have failed. How about relations, brothers, sisters, extended family members?
If the parents could not feel in that shoe, do you think they will care about what extended family members will say? And then talking about granting those interviews, so it's a give and take situation. You've been to Pleasure Park. I have been to Pleasure Park severally. You see these guys with the mic. You're a content creator, right? Everybody have their niche. I create content. I have a podcast that's on friendship and family experiences. You have yours, where you talk about issues bordering on society, just like we're doing right now. And these guys have chosen to say, what will be my niche for this content I want to create? I want to talk about sex. They know their target audience. They know the people they can walk up to ask those questions.
Okay, now that's the thing.
They know what. See, it's a deliberate thing.
I know, but when I look at those videos, when you look at girls from maybe less privileged backgrounds, you will know. You will tell. What do they call them? There's this word they use, trenches girls. Okay. You will know. You see probably from their dressing, from their attitude, from even their mannerism. You could say, okay, this girl might just be, maybe she's coming from maybe one swampy area, less in quotes, and she may not be so exposed, right? I've seen videos of such kind of people. Okay. Some of them would even say, I even started sleeping around at 14, 12, and
life happened to them.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying.
They are different.
Basically parenting.
Yeah.
Yes.
For those ones, I can cut them some slack, but there are this set of girls who are not from poor homes, who are not from, when you see them, even the way they speak, even the way they talk.
But somebody can say, how do you tell who is from a poor home or not from my dressing or how I speak?
That's true.
So I think whether you're from a poor home or not, someone approaches you and the person is telling you, I want to ask you about your body count. Right? So
is it that they don't have sense? Even if your parents failed, Sha?
So you have the right to say, no, I'm not interested, or yes, bring it on. And that's what I'm telling you. It is because of monetization.
Okay, if I want to agree with you, yeah, the guy may be monetized, but the girl, most of the time they don't even get to tag them. So how do they get the money?
Do you know what they promise them behind the scene before that interview gets out?
Oh.
Do you know whatever deal they've struck with this person? I'm telling you, it's all for the likes, it's all for traffic, it's all for engagement.
So you're saying there's a possibility that they would have agreed, if these views get up to 1K, I'm going to give you so. No, let's know now, because
take it or leave it.
I get bothered though.
See, there is an agreement. It's not random. Random is when you just come and you say, complete the lyrics of this song and I'll give you 5,000. Okay. Or show me a flag of a country and tell me to try to guess. Why have they not walked up to you and I at Pleasure Park? Why is it that they have a certain category of people they're always asking, so how do you like sex?
That's true.
How many men have you slept with? Have you ever cheated on your boyfriend?
And the answers are always very... So it's... Oh my God.
There is a pre-conversation before what you see.
I think I would agree with you.
Honestly. It's not a spontaneous thing they do.
Because that is why I think I'm not the only one who gets mad at such videos. I don't think I'm the only one. So I think I will agree with you that probably they would have had some negotiations.
There is a pre-conversation before this video gets out.
I would have to agree
because
with you.
Of all the niches to pick for content creating, why do you choose to go around asking young ladies within a certain age
Because I'm just thinking, even if you're a man and you're interested in me, I don't know what is giving you the audacity to even ask me such a question. I don't know. Then me.
And then I will comfortably
be answering you.
And smiling.
Because I'm just thinking, even if you're a man and you're interested in me, I don't know what is giving you the audacity to even ask me such a question.
Exactly.
I don't know. Then me.
And then I will comfortably be answering you. And smiling.
I did it with my friend's brother's sister's son. I really don't understand how.
How many rounds can you go?
What is rounds? What round of what? Knockout rounds or rounds of what?
So it's a serious problem, and I'd also like to put out there that sex is a very interesting topic.
Actually, yes.
Bessie, sex sells, and it's a very, very interesting topic. It's a topic when you're talking about it, everybody eyes.
After they finish watching it, they will not comment. Look at this, only about sex. Some people talk about food, but you have
watched it, and then you have even sent it to your friend because you guys want to banter about it. Some people will not even go the extra mile of saying they want to do a review on this content. You know what you are doing? You are also you are helping that particular content.
Some of them will even
go on their page. Yes.
Some of them will not share.
So increase their views. Exactly. So it's all for the money.
That will bring educational content. You will not comment. You
watch how many people will share this one now.
Wait, the one. Do you know that this in my since I've started podcast, the two most trending ones, one that had to do with sex and sex dolls, the other one that has to do with gay. Sharing.
They always go viral.
Comments.
I say sex, they say like water.
The generation will change the children. You will not share. You will not comment. You will leave. You say, Vera can do only boring seriously. Who wants seriously? Who get data for seriously? We know you like it, so stop complaining.
See, sex as a topic is so good that even if you don't have data, you're tempted to want to subscribe.
It's true. And you know what? Sometimes when I want to see what do they do differently, I will not check the comment. You will not be saying, must you talk about sex? Must you guys talk about sex? So why are you commenting? They'll finish comment, they will not even share it to their story.
Before.
They'll not share it to their story. I'm like, okay, is this true? It really sells. That's what you want to talk about. So
it's in our music, it's in the art, but it's everywhere we turn to, really. And like I was telling you before we started, parenting in this age is hard.
Very hard.
It is hard. Because I feel like there's a limit to what you can do as a parent. Do your best, just like our parents did. And trust that whatever foundation you've laid for your children, that will continue guide them and continuously guide them and keep them in check.
Now let's take a stroll to the back a bit. Do you think that there are some things that our parents probably did in our generation that made some of us, very cautious? Because the truth is, even if there were 90s babies that are spoiled, they're not up to 40%. Let's listen. They're not up to 40%.
It's not even sport to the extent of granting these kinds of interviews.
Yes, and even as sport as they were, maybe a bit naughty. They were not this sport. Probably a bit naughty or something. So, what do you think our parents did that tamed us a bit? That this present modern parenting, they call it soft parenting. There's a new name that they call it
new school parenting
and all of that. What do you think our parents did that this generation, this new Gen Z parents are not even doing?
I will still take you back to what I've said earlier, the adage of it takes a community to raise a child. Our parents did not raise us alone.
So you think the Sunday school teachers,
everybody contributed to how we turned out.
Yes, and the rest.
Yes, everybody contributed to that, and I think that was an era where a good name was really better than riches.
Actually, yeah.
So
nobody cares about your name right now.
Those
How
are the
much do you have?
Those are the two factors. So then we were guided by, you have a name to protect. You come from a family. This has never happened. You can't be the one to. There's like a, what's the word now? There's a pattern in the family. You can't live below expectations.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't live below expectations. I'm not saying that our parents did everything right, but they showed us tough love the best way they could.
Or probably we're just better children because we didn't have so much distraction.
There was really no social media then. We played with our age mates, the kind of outfits we wore were appropriate for our age.
Ages.
Not today that we see parents, a 1-2-year-old girl, you're carrying frontal for her. You're fixing nails for her school graduation into another class.
My sister.
Like, are you okay? And then you now video it and call it cruise.
Like sometimes I watch some of these schools when they're about to do their prom nights, and I'm like, what? I'm like, like parents actually shop.
We dress appropriate for our age.
Yes.
Books we read were age appropriate. When your parents tell you no is no, you fall in line.
So do you also think that this might just be the whole modernization kind of trend? I mean, somebody can just be saying, I don't know what for this is. Do you also think that this is what is in vogue? This is the trendy thing. I mean, this is modern, this is trendy. What are those your words? Whatever.
So I feel like today's parent, it's not every household right now that have thrown caution to the wind regarding how their children behave. There are still people whom are married and are raising their families, right? Raising their children rather. And whatever method their parents use, then they're building on those methods.
Yeah.
So if you came from a home where punishment is given before your parents will even inquire, okay, what happened, before they'll hear from your side, and that was a flaw, then now punishment will be given, but then they have to hear from you. So there are people who are using the method of, okay, this child, I think talking to him or her works best. For this one, I think asking them, depriving them of certain privileges works best.
Yeah.
For this one, instant punishment. So you know your children, you know what works for each of them. So it's not a question of we've totally discarded the method or, of parenting our parents use. We're just trying to see how we can upgrade them, where they lacked. We're trying to fill in to be better. Because you cannot discard it. It helped you.
But
to a certain extent. So yes, technology has advanced, right? Social media,
has taken over
and all of that. Even if you stop your children from owning gadgets in the home, they will go out, they'll go to church, they'll go to school.
They'll use
their classmates.
Yeah.
They have these gadgets.
But that's not even the case.
Whatever morals and values you've instilled in these children, one thing I feel like new parenting they are lacking is not teaching their children contentment. We were contented with whatever we had back then. You did not go to school and then you pick something that doesn't belong to you and come home with it without your parents asking you questions.
Yeah.
And then coming to school with you the next day to say, oh, auntie, my pikin come back with this thing, or who get them. But today is as if anything goes. So teach your children contentment. There will always be peer pressure. Even adult pressure is worse. Your principles should guide you. I'm not saying it's an easy thing. It's not easy. But then again, there's always that voice of reasoning in your head.
But then have you thought to wonder if this generation is behaving like this and we are actually dedicating a whole episode to them, especially the females who are likely going to birth the next generation. Don't you get even more scared? Because the same people, like there's this particular girl I see on TikTok once in a while, and I'm always like, how, like who gave birth to this girl? And I'm just wondering. Then all of a sudden I saw that she's pregnant and she has given birth, and now she's doing some content with her baby, and I'm like, okay, so she's already a mother already.
She's raising somebody. And then you can't give what you don't have.
That's it. So
you see how we were blaming our parents that they were too harsh, they were too this.
Yeah.
I will keep saying it. They've raised us to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
Whatever it is they were doing to us then, it was love in their own eyes. We saw it as tough love. But we cannot deny that it helped shape us to who we are today. Some other people had it tough, right? For theirs, it was traumatic. They still have PTSD from, those experiences. But a large percentage of us, we now realize why our parents did whatever they did back then. And the world was not even as corrupt as it is today. And I will keep saying it. We've normalized so many bad things. We hide under, I'm speaking my truth, I'm living my truth.
I'm living my truth.
Body positivity. I'm an adult, it's my life. You cannot tell me what to do. We listen, we don't judge.
We listen and we judge.
Honey, why would you leave your house without wearing a bra? And you are going to the bank. Your nipples are showing. Why would you leave your house? You're wearing a tight called biker's short. Your camel toe is showing. You don't have a mirror and you are saying we listen, we don't judge. No. Even those that wear hijab, that are fully clothed, those ones that get harassed and get grouped. How much more you? No, you're just setting yourself up for drugs. Honestly. Because you have a mirror. You saw that the camel toe was... You will not wear a top that will cover it. Because tell me, what's the difference between a tight and biker short?
But I hear...
And then there is this tight that divides the bum into two.
Yeah.
That they love to wear to the gym. No, let's tell ourselves the truth. Let's face facts.
that one is gym wear.
You can drag me after now. But waiting, they wrong. They wrong. Really? You're going to a bank, a public place where other customers, you're wearing a big what's it called, oversized t-shirt. You're not wearing bra. Your what's it called, titties are dancing up and down, and you think people will not talk. You're setting yourself up for drag. That's not body positivity. Pico.
That's body what now?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not justifying sexual harassment, but we all know how Nigeria is. Do not put yourself in that position where somebody gets to talk down on you.
If you're talking about kamito, I have seen an underwear that is specially designed for this particular part to actually pop out. You've not seen it? There's actually an underwear
for the bum to pop out.
It's not the bum, the kamito. Yes,
kamito to
yes. You've not seen it. It's actually padded for,
and that's because I always see, this is what I say about conversations on sex. It's like a law of demand and supply. If there is demand for it, there's always a supplying it.
Yeah.
It's a two-way thing. So you see those girls who are granting all of these interviews, they're actually men who loves things like that.
Yes!
They will go an extra mile to try to get her handle. Actually. And then send her message. Shebi, now you grant interview saying this is how you like your men, how many rounds you can go.
So that's another thing. We might be here condemning it, and some man out there says that's exactly what they love.
The fact that there's someone who likes it does not mean it is still right.
It is right.
What is wrong is
wrong.
That's just what we're trying to say. What is wrong is wrong. At 18, at 19, at 20, at 22, there are other things that should keep your mind occupied. Not granting interviews. Even the people, like I said, who are behind the mic are asking all of these questions. Do you see them interviewing their sisters, their nieces, their aunts? They will not walk up to me and you.
Actually.
Vibrant, they won't. They not born the person where. You want to come and ask me my body count? Bomb day your head. What about me? What about me suggests that I want to have that kind of conversation?
Yeah.
So when I tell you, do not put yourself in a position where someone would talk down on you or someone will have a wrong impression of you. You need to check yourself. That's why you have a mirror.
You need to check yourself.
You need to check yourself.
I went to a Sunday school where, even up until now, I can upload a picture. And my Sunday school teacher, who has even retired, who just, she's just chilling. She can say, this one now, your cleavage is showing, That is a Sunday school teacher who taught me as far back as, 1999, 2000. Is still correcting an adult.
That is because you're coming from a generation where it takes a community to.
So you see that these girls do not have even anybody at all.
They might have people who correct them, but when your Sunday school teacher corrects you, do you take the correction?
Why not?
Good. So you ask the girl, they've corrected you. You tell the person, thank you very much, but it's my life, it's my page, and the next thing they block you.
Oh, it's true.
So it's one thing to correct out of concern for the person. It's another thing for the person to take your correction. You cannot force it down their throat.
If you really want to change, if you're out there and you're listening to the sound of our voices today and you really want to change, start by unblocking your mother. Start by unblocking your siblings.
That's
WhatsApp.
another
Start by unblocking.
conversation.
Sometimes you will block all the people that are to correct you at least.
People who are supposed to keep you in check. You block them. Your wahala is too much. They're scrutinizing you. Oh,
You
for
might
me,
not be doing.
I don't block anybody, and that is why when I post something, and then somebody now comes and I say, "See, my papa don't view this thing where you dey talk. My mama don't view one for WhatsApp." Trust me, if what I posted was off track,
They will
now
caution
my
you.
papa go first caution me.
Exactly.
There was a time then during the last administration, I posted something as someone that works in the media house about Wiki, and my dad was like, "You're not supposed to be partisan. Take down that post." My parents view my WhatsApp status. Why will I block them?
Actually,
Why?
That's
Like,
one thing
why?
I've noticed. Unblock all of
Why?
the people that should be correcting you. See, ladies, if
I am
you
not saying people that do olofofo, and I'm not talking of monitoring spirits.
No,
I'm talking
no.
of people who genuinely have your interest at heart.
and you know that. You know they actually have your interest at heart. Alright, so this is just a caution. This is just we saying we've been there. There is no pride in talking about anything that has to do with sexual whatever. It should be private.
We cannot tell you not to have sex. You're an adult.
You shouldn't even
can.
have. You shouldn't. I mean,
But there are
think of
certain
now.
conversations that a third ear shouldn't
hear.
How much more social media, the
The
courts of
world.
public opinion. And whether you like it or not, I'll say it again. That video you posted and you later deleted out of pressure from people who said, "How can you be doing this?" Somebody has kept it. On the day that you will come out, you've repented though. You now want to do something very important in your life. They will go and root it out. So let's just be careful.
She has said it. Please be careful, my ladies, my girlies, baddies. Please be careful. I like you all sweet, though, but you see that thing. Stop granting those videos. And it's on that note that I would say, please give yourself a good name. Give your family a good name. Brand yourself. You are the prize. You are the prize. You've got the goodies. Come on, package yourself. Now cover up, Cover up. See you next time. If any other last word.
No, you said it all. I've said everything I need to
See you next time. Cover up. Wear your bra. Wear your panties. Dress well. And I'll
you
see
don't want
you.
to wear bra, plaster the nipple. I'm tired of
Alright, do you agree? Do you disagree? All you need to do is to drop your thoughts and opinion on the comment section. I will definitely come dialoguing from there. See you next time. Stay vibrant.
Get ready for a great time.